So armoring swales or planting swales, all of this is grass that we are planting on the swales. As you can see on the inside of the swales, it's now been 4 days since we had rain here. On the inside there's still a lot of moisture everywhere, which is fantastic. And then Simon is moving all of the branches that we used to cover the gardens on the inside. He's moving them to the outside of the plot. This will now serve two purposes. We have our neighbors have animals that keeps on coming into our land, and we have little native antelope coming in as well. And so we hope to build sorry, I didn't see that. To build a fence with these branches all the way around the land. And so we remove all inside fences except the ones where the horses can come in. But everything else inside that we use to keep our sheep out, we remove it, the thorn branches, and then we plant it outside. Now our real fence actually runs about on this line here, but we'll be planting a living fence there. In the future we would put a real fence here, normal wire fence, and then we have a little hallway around the land between the living fence and the branch fence or the wire fence. That way we can still run around the farm all the way around with the horses. So it's a little track, you can almost say. So all of this will be placed with branches. Yesterday I never finished my video because I was expecting to go with Emmanuel to his land, but he ran into some issues so we couldn't go there. So yesterday we planted many squares of grass. So how it works is Lucas got that little pick, then he opens up the land like this, puts in about 3 seeds and closes it up. We leave the native grasses and they will soon sprout live. As you can see, these little bushes have already started sprouting live, but we plant a higher crop, yielding crop as well. This, it seems like it's only a day's job, but we've been planting now for 3 or 4 days. Not continuously, but 3 or 4 days on and off, and we don't finish the seeds. We planted a lot of other things as well, all mixed into this area here. Let me see if I can show you a bit more, so you can get more scale. See if I can cover the sun with my hands a little bit. So the swale is almost completely planted. I just told Lucas now that we must focus on the swale. And that is the more important part, that I want to have the grasses planted, and then once that happens then we can move into the bushes. The other thing that I forgot to mention to them earlier is that just one more thing, there's still some monkey oranges that was dried out here while they were building the swale, so we can plant those as well. The other thing that I never told them is that when they plant the grasses, they should not remove the native grasses. And so what they did is before I caught them, they cleared the whole area of native grasses and planted there like this. But that's precisely not the idea. We want to keep all the native things and then just improve the veld with new life between them. Fill up all the empty spots. So this is where the river enters my land. Now it crosses this road. Now that road isn't public yet. It's a servitude that should become public in the future. People are driving it, but it's not built officially by the municipality. Now we added some sand here, and this then just caused this erosion. It caused the river to speed up, caused erosion over here. Now I've been thinking about how to lift the river up, but pushing it back over the road will maybe not cause a problem now because it's not necessarily a legal road yet, but in the future the municipality will want to build it. So if I put any sort of physical structure, even if it might be rocks, in the river, and they might want to stop me. And so this morning I saw this and I thought this might be my solution. If I put this over the river, across the river for about 20 meters, and I plant it, and then that raises up the soil level. See here, it's not high before you breach the banks. So if you can lift it up to that level there, this river might be able to breach the bank and go into the bushes there. So this is my idea here. If we put this 20 meters wide, like from here to there 20 meters, but obviously across the river bank, then you catch this debris here, like that. Zoom out a little bit and catch the debris like this. Obviously you have to get it not to float away, so you have to entangle it somehow. And if you then plant it with something that can survive droughts and survive a lot of water, I think maybe some willow species, across it to armor it, and you might be able to lift the first. The other positive thing about this, sorry I'm falling around a bit, other positive thing about it, it's around a corner, so the river makes a little corner, and so the people driving on the road will not necessarily see my little branches or my little forest coming along in the river to slow down the water. For the first year or two there will be water on that road, but then it should fill up with sand and the water should not necessarily have an impact. That is just an idea. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. Other thing that you can maybe also remember is that when the water pushes over the road, for now it will only be for an hour or two, and it's not the only access people have into the land. The other thing, we've been focusing so much on planting now and repairing swales that we haven't gotten along to build a pig pen yet. So if you are one of the people that bought us a coffee to help us build a pig pen, it is still coming. For the next couple of days we just want to try to get as many seeds in the ground to form that into roots, so when the next water comes we'll be ready. We are expecting some water on Thursday. So here you can see there's a lot of clay that also came down with the flood. Loads of clay. This is sand, a little layer of clay, and then sand. And this is one of the spots where we harvested soil in the past, sand in the past, building sand. Still wet. And the whole river has basically dried out. All the way down there's still a little bit of water in the bottom catchment. Now sometimes I'm a little bit sad about the water disappearing, because you feel like a rich man when you see the water, but I know that is the main idea, is to get the water going down into the soil. So the water just went into the soil and it's gone, which is actually what we are aiming for. Okay, here you can see new life coming from old grasses. All sticks are all pushing up new life now. That means that this whole area will have a total different look in the very near future. And the other thing is I should maybe plant some trees on this as well. You can see how much of the soil washed away between the rocks. I'm very impressed that the rocks didn't move at all. There's some debris that was caught. And this was all filled up with soil in the past. Obviously that's all gone now. Maybe plant that. You can check here, there's new life forming between the rocks. In the river itself, see here, all new life everywhere. If you just look closely, you can see New life, new life. Everywhere. Everywhere you look. New life. New life, new life. New life there. All little bushes turning green. This morning we also tripled the length of our drip irrigation. So this has been planted with grasses there on the back. But we haven't planted any ground covers here yet, so on next to the drip line we'll be planting our little mix. There's a little bit of a leak there. Fix that. And so Lucas is inserting ground cover as it goes. This is where the pipe stopped yesterday. You can see the difference on what the swale looks like once it's watered once a day, since those ones have just been turned on there in the back. It's not completely wet yet. This was watered last night and is watered now this morning. Swale is completely wet. And so for now, that is the end of my story. I'll see you tomorrow. New life is jumping up all over the place. I'm really looking forward to what it's going to look like. Have a wonderful day.